She still has a little bit of a Cupid's bow left, so I'm just gonna add a little bit just to get it started.
Sharzad,
Yes, Susan.
what comes to mind when I say lip injections?
Ooh, big, fat, juicy lips. You know what I'm talking
Sharzad's
about.
lips. That's what comes to mind when I think big, juicy lips.
These are real. These are real. In fact, people have asked me my whole entire life. I remember the first time somebody asked me if my lips were fake and I was 13 years old. And I was like, I don't even know what that means to have fake
You
lips.
were 13 and they were asking? if
Yeah,
you-
and this guy was like, you have big, luscious lips.
Ew.
And it was at a concert. It was at a No Doubt concert when I was 13.
No Doubt
And I
concert?
was
That's
so
awesome.
traumatized by that.
I have okay lips.
Your lips are gorgeous.
I have a nice shape to my lips.
You have a gorgeous shape to everything.
Oh, thank you.
Babe,
But I want juicier lips. As we age, our
Bad shit
lips-
happens.
Our lips, no, it's true. Part of aging is your lips get a little bit thinner.
Mm-hmm.
They lose the line, like the shape of them. And you know what? I just want that back. And so I actually have been getting lip enhancement
Very good.
with Dr. Dhir.
Dr. Deer's the best.
And
know
you
we
guys
love them.
called it out. You straight up said it. You're like, Susan did something to her
Yes.
lips. I saw all the comments as soon as I had it done. I decided I'm gonna take you guys along to get my lips done.
Woo!
So we're at Dhir Plastic Surgery in Beverly Hills, California.
Fancy.
And you guys, he's gonna enhance my lips.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Susan's here today for some lips like sugar.
I mean, I already admitted to everybody that I had come to see you before. They all called me out. Nobody said it was bad. Everyone was just like, you did something to those lips.
Well, it can't be bad. I mean, you
No.
came here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Everybody, I think that's the biggest fear that people have when they think about like lip injections. They think they're gonna look like overdone.
Crazy.
When I look at a set of lips, if you're staring at them for longer than a couple of seconds and there's something off of them, that's not like a pretty lip. And
Right.
so I don't know what that is.
Right.
You want it to be natural with someone that, oh, they look nice, so they fit or they harmonize the rest of the face.
Right.
And that's important for just shape. Sometimes bigger lips are
Aren't-
not exactly
aren't better.
beautiful.
I actually
Right.
used to think my lips were way too big when I was little. I used to hate them. I thought that I looked like a
What?
cartoon. I did. I didn't embrace them until I was a little bit older.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Susan.
Well-
what are her lips gonna
I mean, well, my whole thing when I came to see you was I loved the way my lips looked while I was pregnant. Right
Oh,
at the
yeah,
very
yeah,
end, like
yeah.
you get this final end look where it's like just at
The
the
luscious
very end.
9-monthers.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like at the 9-month mark, you suddenly have this. I mean, you have a huge belly, but you also suddenly have like plump skin, and your lips are like, like just you just feel like you've got this, and it's
You make
because
pregnancy
you have,
sound very sexy.
I actually felt very, very. I got so many compliments while I was pregnant, and then I had the baby, and everyone's like. So I was like, Dr.
amazing.
Dhir, I want that back. I want those lips
you
back.
want those lips back. What are you doing to her face today?
Number one, first thing is just like everything I do, is like this comfortable experience. So you have no pain. We make sure you're numb and that you're not scared. Because if you are scared, you start to bleed or swell or you
Okay.
get swollen, and then I'll lose what I'm doing. So number one is just your comfort actually helps me too. Second is big lips are not always the reason they're beautiful. Shape is as important or maybe more important than just volume.
Right.
And you have a proper shape. Like we want to accentuate the areas that make a lip beautiful. So that's that second part, that's shape. Is that we'll get the bow, we'll get the arrows, and then the third part is putting volume where it should happen. And that's in the center pillows
Right.
and the center pillows of the lower one. And to stay away, which is actually very important, stay away from the places that don't need volume.
Right. But that's when it looks a little funky.
Right.
So that's when you really have to go to somebody talented who knows what they're doing and understands the shape of a lip.
And when you find that person, please tell us. That'd be great.
Dr. Dhir.
Well, you
Dr. Dhir.
also have a different technique than from what I've seen.
There are two ways of doing it. Number one is the micro droplet technique, or multiple pokes across the lip line, which in theory is doing what you should do, is get that lip line. The issue with that for me when I did that was that every time you enter into the lip has a lot of blood supply. And if you bite your lip,
It
what
bleeds.
happens? It bleeds and it swells, right? If you get
Yeah.
punched or a baseball or anything to the lip, you notice that it quickly swells. It actually swells differently than getting hit on another part of our body. So the lip itself has a higher propensity or chance of swelling. And so when I started doing like the multiple needle pokes, I would notice that the lip would start to swell at different rates, and I would lose my place. I would lose where I was and how big I'm making it, what's the
Okay.
shape. So that's why I chose not to do that way. And also, every time you enter with the needle, chance of bruising.
Right.
And I don't
right.
want to have that many patients sending out for bruises. It happens, there's a risk, but I would like to minimize it. So I chose, my way of doing it with the bow and arrow technique is actually to enter the lip only a total of 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And then 2 in the center for my arrow, so a total of 6. But I use that blunt tip cannula that you've seen for me doing other procedures. So there's no sharp end, so less chance of causing swelling, bruising. And by entering at those spots, I can actually treat the whole lip. And then what we're going to use today is hyaluronic acid, HA fillers. They're the same fillers we use for under eyes, smile lines.
Okay.
You know, there's the Juvederm family, Restylane family, and we've all heard of these terms.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that filler. Good news is they're temporary in the sense that if you hated it, they're going away, but most patients do not hate it when they do it.
Most patients come to you. I've actually seen this. Most patients come to you and they're like, "Can you do more?"
Is she gonna feel this? Is she gonna be in pain? I mean, I know she got it done once before, but
well,
for
you slipped me a 20 before to get her into pain, right? So I'll give that back to you. We're gonna keep it totally painless. Zero pain. I do inject you in certain parts of the mouth.
That's probably the only part that might like pinch a little. Is the numbing injection?
Very rarely you'll feel it. You might feel the medicine burn, but the injection itself, I use this little secret site that actually has a less amount of nerve cells that you'll actually feel no pain. You might feel a burn, but eventually you're going to feel zero pain, and that's when I'll do the treatment.
Really, just the post-care is just icing today, tomorrow.
Yep,
So
icing.
pretty easy then.
And don't get punched in the face.
Don't get punched in the
You're
face.
welcome
and
to,
she
but I don't want it,
Yeah,
alright?
she could exercise. She could drink wine.
I
she
can't
can do-
exercise tonight.
In general, you can, but I request patience. I don't know what the reasoning would be against other than possibly getting the blood pressure up and suddenly getting a bruise.
Yeah.
But I use a cannula. I'd rather have you not exercise tonight and take it easy. You can have a glass of wine, absolutely. You can put makeup on tonight if you like. Any other questions before we start?
No, I'm ready to go.
So what I'm gonna do is enter a little bit away from that volume place, and you see that she's got no pain. That's it, no bleeding. So again, I think it's a very safe surgical style approach. She's got no pain, you can see she's comfortable. Here's the bow, and I'm just gonna leave a little bit of filler. You can see instantaneously it grows a little bit with the filler. Now I'm gonna go into the body of the lip, which is what I think she needs probably a little more today. And then when I go to the bottom of the lip, again, I'm using sheets of filler, not doing pokes. You're doing awesome. Good job, Susan. Again, I'm not going to pierce through the lip. Now I want to go for the body, those pillows. I call it the pillows. It should be like almost like a figure of 8. A pillow here, and then a pillow. So I'm going to start building those up and give her a little bit of a pout. This is where I pout the lip and add a little filler here. And then what's left is that pillow. All right, Sharzad, since you're the ref, I'm going to show you a front view of just this half lip here.
Yep.
I did the lip liner area with the filler, and a little bit in the body. Again, it stayed away from this corner. See how it's a little bit fuller? That's a good start.
Gorgeous.
This is the arrow portion of my bow and arrow technique. And what I do is I switch to a regular needle. It's going to be very small. And I find that column that goes up to the base of the nose. You find your little point, the peak of the M, and you just enter here and you just add a little bit of filler. And by doing that, you've completed that compared to the right or her left side. So here's our peak, here's our column. We want to accentuate that. We got entered, and you can see there it is. All right, so the final thing is just a quick massage. So I just want to feel the lip, make sure that I don't feel any lumps or bumps.
Okay.
One of the things that she brought up. And I just do a quick massage to make sure they're smooth. And then I think that we are done. We'll add some ice. You did great.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
We'll show the final result when we're all done.
Susan, look at them lips. Give me a kiss. You look hot.
I love my lips. You guys,
I
was
would
so
too. Dang, I just
scared.
want to kiss them. They're very kissable.
Wait, do you guys want to see the before and after? Let's see. This is the before and after. My lips, you know, I didn't even actually think I really needed lips.
You didn't need anything,
Well,
but they sure are fun now that
They're
you have
so
them.
much fun. I
How
love it.
was the recovery, like in terms of how they felt
Yeah.
after, and how do they feel now?
They feel very natural. I had a little bit of a bruise on my top lip on the left side, but that went away pretty easily, and it was
Yeah.
easy to hide it with makeup.
Yeah.
I felt like my lips were just like a little tender. That's
tender,
probably
good
like,
word.
it wasn't like sore, it was just like tender. Like I was aware that something had happened to them.
Right.
But I loved them right away. Like I looked in the mirror, like putting on lipstick and lip balm and stuff. You just like, you just like
so
love
much
your
more
lips.
fun. It's just like,
It's just fun. I like it.
Lip enhancement with Dr. Dhir is $900, and you guys know we love Dr. Dhir. He is the best.
Love Dr. Dhir. And obviously $900 is not like necessarily cheap, but it does last for 6 months to a year, actually, depending on your metabolism and how your body, takes to the filler.
He's a board certified facial plastic surgeon,
Yeah.
so you really are going to someone with a tremendous amount of experience with faces.
Yeah.
Go see Dr. Dhir if you want them lips, dude.
Love Dr. Dhir.
He's the best. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The SASS. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave those recommendations, requests in the comments. We love to see what you guys want us to do, right? It's so fun. Subscribe if you aren't already, and we'll see you soon. Bye.